Welcome to Wallace Wade Stadium on the campus of Duke University, and customarily a trip here involves a journey to K-ville. Instead, you will be engulfed by the Wade Wackos, the Duke fans ready for their Blue Devils to go to work. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. As we'll see the number 8 team in the country, the Kansas State Wildcats, taking on the 7th-ranked team in the land, the Duke Blue Devils. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Kansas State's offense will get the first crack at it here. And here he comes, the guy who pulls all the strings in this attack.
I think what makes him so unique, he has such a good understanding of this offense, always seems to know what the answer is to the test.
Always in control. The receivers know they're going to get the football. Everybody believes in this dude.
Give to the running back. Got it across the 20 and out to the 23, a pickup of 4. It's pretty obvious what's at stake here, guys. A top 10 matchup, winner, good shot at the playoff, and the loser is probably going to need some help.
Yeah, so further cementing your resume, making that exclamation point on the schedule, giving that committee something to look at and go, here's a top 10 win. This is a big deal for my schedule. Big proving moment.
And that's why you play football for one of these two programs, for games like this, for the opportunity to reach the college football playoff. You knew these two teams were on a collision course. That's the opportunity ahead of you to go get it done in front of a lot of eyeballs watching.
They've got the screen set up. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. The Wildcats have it with a 1st and 10. They'll go to the ground. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
Man, when I can run the football like that on 1st down and create 2nd and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
Right back to the well. At the 35, he's got room. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
Off the play fake on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. On target to the left. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the 1st down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. With the run on 1st and goal. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
A 3rd and goal call here from the 2. Let's see if they can finish the deal. Pushes ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Kansas State.
I don't know how many people expected this to happen, playing on the road in this environment against a better opponent, but they showed tremendous poise on the opening drive. Nice execution. They scored a touchdown. That was big time.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 7-0. So an 82-yard drive there. And finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. The kickoff unit about to go to work.
Number 19, set to kick it away.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So Duke's offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. When a guy gets off the ball as quickly as he does, you know he's going to be breathing down your neck, and you got to get rid of it, Jesse.
This quarterback's good, but he better have a clock going off in his head. He knows he's not going to have a lot of time to get rid of the football. That's a big matchup in this game.
Well, and that's what I love about this guy, because he affects the quarterback whether he gets to him or not. He knows he's there. He's that kind of good coming off the edge. Let's see how this QB performs under pressure.
And the Blue Devils are in the hurry up.
And a big key on that throw to the slot receiver, guys, is putting the ball out in front. The location of the throw is what helped that guy get extra yards after the catch.
It's complete. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Obliterates him, still on the move. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. He's going to pass. Quarterback extends the play. Short gain on the play before he slides. Let's see what they've got on second down. Now the play fake. Looking down the middle. It's caught downfield. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Second down coming up. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Trying to pound their way forward. He picks up a couple to the 31. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. He is a menace rushing the passer. Career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him down, getting pressures. He has been a quarterback's worst nightmare.
I was just going to say, David, you don't sleep well as a quarterback the night before you have to play against this guy, because he is going to sack you. That is a guarantee. Death, taxes, and sacks for that guy.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Wants to throw on first down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. Touchdown, Wildcats! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown, just like that. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. One final play before the end of the quarter. They'll try the run. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. They make the stop, and that'll bring the first quarter to a close. Guys, it's Kansas State who carries the lead into the quarter break. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. He'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Use the play fake, now to throw. He's got an open man. Afterburner's coming. Touchdown, Duke. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Hey, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Kansas State.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Ready to try the point after. Oh, he missed it. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. And no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and realize what's going on now, I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
The Blue Devils racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Well, there was really nowhere to go for the quarterback with that football. He's just trying to check it down to his running back, and the defense was there, and they made the play.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Lost, the defense is wide open. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line. And the Blue Devils have this offense rolling. Love to see the fearlessness of a quarterback to work the middle of the field.
And he's got so much confidence in his own arm talent to be able to get that football there before the defense can break it up.
They go to the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Last play didn't go well. It leaves him with 2nd and 11. Rides to the back. He had to fight for a couple down to the 33. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Wants to go up top. Got it set up on the outside. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. And he'll need a little distance and to bend it just right, a 41-yarder from the left hash. And the kicker delivers the free ball to finish off the drive.
Well, you're always going to wonder what woulda, coulda, shoulda happened on 4th and inches had they gone for it. But with this kicker, I like taking 3 points and putting it on the board.
So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike scored Jesse this offense. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Makes the grab at the 30. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Wildcats!
Yeah, coming into the game, you look at the stats, and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. So see, quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. Trailing now by 17, David. This is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode.
He's off to the races. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30 there.
Well, it didn't take long for this guy to leave his impact in the game, guys. With that catch, this guy's already over 100 yards in the game, and we're not even done the first half.
Quick release by the QB. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. The Blue Devils want to move quickly. Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much riding on the line.
And you can feel it, man. You can feel the energy. The players this week, they were on high. Like, you could tell they were ready for the challenge. This is going to be an absolute showdown.
Using his legs to buy some time.
We haven't even gotten to halftime yet. This offense has their hands full trying to keep this quarterback standing up straight. They've already given up multiple sacks. That's the biggest reason why they're trailing by as much as they are. They better go in at halftime and make some big-time adjustments.
Fires to the wideout. Complete downfield. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one. And now a chance not only to cut into the lead, but play it just right. And maybe the other team doesn't even get a chance to answer. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Blue Devils.
Man, I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they... He's going for it all. Makes the grab at the 25, and there's room. Touchdown, Kansas State. And they take it in for 6 more points.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They are going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he's coming out of the end zone. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground as a 20. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum, because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
Took just one play, and they got it almost to midfield. First down from the 49. Looking to move it through the air. He wants to take the top off. It's complete. A huge pickup. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep.
That's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
Feeling some heat. And he'll chuck it into the cheap seats there and save the down. Nobody getting open there.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
Moving out of the pocket. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Duke.
And that's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing. I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum, going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
So they got the touchdown now, going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, David?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot, see how much of a chunk you can get before then you decide really, Jesse, how you want to finish the half.
Just can't turn it over and throw a pick if you're the quarterback here. You have got to be so smart if you're going to be aggressive with your decision making.
He's got his man. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed after he made his break? He was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
Dropping back, it's Yates. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9. K-State sends the punt team onto the field, ready to boot it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Sends his first one of the day on the way. We didn't see much of him in that victory last week, just called on one time. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Looking to go up top on first down. He hurls one deep down the left side. It's incomplete, and they tried to get one on the board before the break and couldn't quite make the connection. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Gentlemen, you've had yourselves a superb broadcast so far today in Durham. Toughest job inside that stadium right now might just be the scoreboard operator after all those first downs and touchdowns. Big plays have defined this one, thanks to two of the best receiving corps in all of college football. Let's see if these defenses can adjust and make the necessary chess moves. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Brooks Field inside Wallace Wade Stadium.
Kansas State will kick it off to start things in the second half. And he's coming out of the end zone. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. They had a really productive first half, but in a game like this, they better keep it up.
You know, at halftime, the offense and defense separate, and they kind of go over their own adjustments. You know the offense was saying to themselves very quietly, guys, we're not going to stop anybody. We got to keep scoring if we're going to win this game. So the pressure's on them here in the second half, David.
Yeah, and you get the ball first. And so it's been a high-scoring first half. You get to go out here now and make a statement. Start this half, say, listen, we're going to keep scoring points, and then maybe help alleviate some of that pressure on your defense.
Catch in the middle. It's Briggs. Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one.
If they're going to sit back in zone, I'm going to make sure I know exactly what they're doing, find those holes, find those crossing patterns, and take advantage of that zone coverage.
He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. He wants to throw. Quarterback strolling away from Heat. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
In the second half, trailing the way they are, they know they're going to have to be able to throw the football to get back into it, but you can't accomplish that if you can't keep your quarterback standing upright. Give the defense tons of credit getting that sack on third down.
At the 40, there he goes. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27. And the Blue Devils headed quickly to the line.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end of this defense.
From the red zone, he's going to throw it. It's complete. Touchdown, Blue Devils. And the comeback is on.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. And that's already his second touchdown of the game.
And the extra point is good. So a drive there of 85 yards. And they close the deal with a 16-yard throw for the touchdown. The kickoff team takes the field to boot this one away. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. After giving up that last touchdown, they still got the lead, but now feeling a little bit of pressure to answer with one of their own, David.
And it gets a little bit tight. Listen, we're getting later in the ball game. This offense punted last time. They got to find a few plays, Palmer, if they really love here, steal some momentum back in this ball game.
They do, David, and after watching their defense just get gashed down the field that last drive, the dream drive for this offense would be to matriculate the ball down the field, eat up some clock, and finish it off with a touchdown.
I think you run that play on second down knowing it's going to make third down easy. You're not trying to hit a home run. You don't need the big play right now. Now you know third down, everything's on the table, everything's available, high success rate.
They'll try to run for it. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
Kansas State back at it after picking up the first down. Pulls and fires it complete to the right.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Line getting set on second down. Hand off from the shotgun. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
Comes out throwing on first down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
Wonder if they'll throw it again after the incompletion. 2nd and 10 from the 49. Here's the handoff. They'll give him a couple. That leaves him with 3rd and 8. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He'll pull it down. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down. Inside a minute to go here in the 3rd. Dropping back, it's Yates. Unleashes one deep. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
Ball hasn't hit the ground a lot for this QB. He's already thrown 4 TD passes. He saw a look, wanted to take another shot, and that time they just fall short with the incompletion. But this defense, they have not had the answer with respect to defending the pass in this game.
They'll give him 4 on that one. It's 3rd and 6. Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Finds his target down the middle. Gets enough for the 1st down, but not sure they'll get another playoff here in the 3rd quarter. Guys, it's Kansas State who carries the lead into the quarter break. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. 1st down to start the drive after the break. Quarterback checking the play. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Deep shot for the end zone, and he's got it! Touchdown, Wildcats!
It's hard for a defense to have to cover so much space. When the offense goes empty, you've got receivers and tight ends and running backs lined up out wide. You've got to expand, and it's harder to cover on the back end.
And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And the scoring play comes on a touchdown pass from 22 yards out. Kickoff team lining up to send this one away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and the first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
He's back to throw on 2nd down. He finds his man. Tackled immediately after the catch.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Setting up the screen. They play that screen nicely. He tried to find his way to the marker, but it'll be 4th down.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the 4th quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
He's got his man, makes the grab. He will not get it. A 4th down stop for this defense as they try to salt this one away. Looking for a productive play on first down. They'll run it from the gun. Got some room headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Kansas State. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Man, these ball carriers, they've got a lot of ability in the open field. Their ability to make people miss, but also show off the speed. You saw all of that on that play.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And that extra point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the fourth. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
31.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot. Found good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. They'll start this drive with a pass. What a snag by the defense.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's pass, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Smart move to keep it on the ground. They'll give him maybe one on the play. It's down to the 20. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. Wants to throw. It's Yates. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats! And the stomping has commenced.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
And they did tack on the extra point. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little...
He's got it downfield for a huge gain. Right down the gut of the field. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Duke.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Looking for the 2-point try. off the play fake. He's got it. Two-point conversion is good. Just a couple of possessions down, so there is some hope.
Kansas State 55-39.
If they're going to pull off this big rally, they'll need to get this one back. They line up for the onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas State. And the punishment has been extended.
Kansas State.
Salt into wound, right? Late in the fourth quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
They'll try to add another to their lead.
For the extra point.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. So see, quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone.
39.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Firing to the right, complete. And that completion good for a short game, but they still have some work to do to pick up the first down.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. The Blue Devils want to crank the tempo. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on third down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight it, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
They'll throw again after the incompletion. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Hauls it in. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. And at this point, the defense looks as if they've been in one of those dizzy bat races. They've got no idea where the ball's coming from. He's over 500 yards passing.
Yeah, this is a Heisman Trophy level performance from this guy. The accuracy, the decision-making, the athleticism, everything has been on display.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
You know, as the head coach of this team, this is one positive you're going to take away from this game, is that your players don't quit and are still willing to fight. And there's obviously a lot of things they've got to iron out offensively, and we've seen that today. But I do love the grit they're showing here late.
Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Blue Devils.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was, we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play just like he did right there for 6 points.
Well, they try to go onside kick, but that's why they're called the hands team. Great job recovering that ball.
K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. They're in command. A shot toward the end zone. And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover. And now the offense will come onto the field again. They'll throw it on first down. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
And there's a great example of living to play another day. QB in the pocket, nobody open, throw it out of bounds.
After that last incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from their own 20. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Open runway ahead. Touchdown, Duke. And they take it in for 6 more points.
And this is always an interesting spot for me now because you're going to have to go for 2 regardless. I don't know if it's now or if it's later when you score, but at some point you're going to have to pull the trigger. So that's a you decision, but nice job by this offense getting the touchdown now to give yourself that opportunity to have a choice.
They still need a touchdown and 2-point conversion to tie, and they'll go for the onside kick here in the 4th. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. So we've got a tight spot here, David. They'd love to run out the clock, but all those timeouts staring at them.
They got 3 timeouts on defense, but I know a first down ends this football game. So I got to get my guys physical, ready to roll.
Yeah, because you know this defense is going to be playing the run. They're going to be loading the box, trying to get tackles, using their timeouts to get the football back. So this is going to come down to who's better in the trenches.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Offense breaks the huddle. It's 3rd down. They think there's room to run to the right here. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. He now has 115 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. Kansas State just trying to finish the deal and run out the clock. Leaves it with the back. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
I know that wasn't a huge, sexy gain. I know not everybody's jumping up and down, but what it does do is put you in a great position to succeed on 2nd down. 2nd and 10, really hard. 3rd and 10, really hard. Now you're in a manageable situation. It really gives you the whole playbook.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
This pass rush is real, man. They force the quarterback, they flush him out to the left, and he's trying to scramble around and find an open guy. They still are able to get a hit on him, and that forces the incompletion.
Power football with the run. Tough, hard-nosed running. He got 3, but he needed 4. It's 4th down and 1. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Splits the uprights. Good. And now the lead is even bigger.
That makes the score Kansas State 65.
Well, this was an offensive showcase out there today. We thought it would be a high-scoring game, and it certainly delivered.
If you love offense, then you love this type of game. Both offenses going up and down the field, seemingly at will. Throwing the ball, running the ball. But, David, I feel like If you're a fan of defense, maybe this wasn't your cup of tea.
More defense optional. You didn't really get too much of that stuff, but, listen, you got to get a few stops late in the game. You got to get actually just kind of one stop with this many points being scored. You got the stop late. That's why you got the dub.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.